Hello you guys, it's Grace, and today I'm going to be unboxing a box from Book Outlet. I'm so excited. I always love getting stuff from Book Outlet because A, it's cheap, and B, it's cheap. I had a little coupon code sent to me on my email, and then I decided, well, I might as well just buy $35 worth of books so I can get free shipping. The first book in this box is 10,000 Skies Above You by Claudia Gray. This is, I believe, the third book in this series, and I have the first book, but I don't have the second or third books, so I picked this one up because I found it on there and thought it would be a good idea to pick it up. Next up in the box is Magonia by Maria Davana Headley. I have not heard anything about this book, and I don't really know a whole lot about this book, but the cover I thought was really pretty, and when I did read the synopsis, I thought it sounded pretty interesting, and there were a couple little blurbs from authors I like, so decided I'd pick it up and try it out. Cheap books are a perfect opportunity to try some that you might not try otherwise. Next up I have Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. This is the second book in the Witchlands series. I have Truth Witch on my shelf. I haven't read it yet, but I have been meaning to, and I'm just really excited to pick these books up because I've heard really good things about them and they sound like epic adventures and they sound like they have wonderful friendships in them, so I'm really excited to pick these books up. Next up I have two books by Kirsten Gier, who is the author of the Ruby Red trilogy. I saw these on there and I recognized the author name, but I didn't really know a whole lot about these two books, but I decided to give them a try. So it's actually a trilogy, but I couldn't find the third book on there. But the first book is Dream a Little Dream, and the second book is Dream On. And I thought the covers were really pretty and thought they might be fun, so I'm going to try them out and see what I think about these ones. Next up I have two books in the Fallen Kingdom series. I have Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes and Frozen Tides. So they only had books 1 and 4 on Book Outlet, but I decided to pick them up because, again, cheap prices are great. So I'll have to pick up books 2 and 3, but I've heard really good things about both of these books, so I'm excited to dive into this series at some point in the near future. Alright, so that is my Book Outlet section of my haul, and now I'm going to be doing the rest of my book haul for the month of August. I filmed my Book Outlet section earlier in the month, and now it is towards the end of August and I don't think I'll be buying any more books, so I'm finally going to do the rest of my haul. So let's jump right into part 2. The first book I have is Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. This is a nonfiction book that I ended up really enjoying. Next up I have The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkins. This is the second book in the trilogy, and I had the first and third books, so I decided to pick up the second one. And this is a trilogy I'm planning on reading in October when it's kind of, you know, spooky, scary Halloween time. And I have Everything All at Once by Katrina Lino. This is a book that I got in my uppercase box this month, and I also read this one this month and really enjoyed this book. This book follows our main character Lottie as she deals with the loss of her Aunt Helen, who leaves behind 24 letters that kind of challenge Lottie to live a little bit and step out of her comfort zone. And she meets this boy named Sam and they go on adventures together, and it was just a really sweet story that I think had a good take on dealing with loss. Next up we have The Hearts We Sold by Emily Lloyd Jones. In this world there are these demons and they can grant wishes for limbs. So most demons like take an arm or a leg or whatever for this agreement that the human in them make. Our main character in this book, Dee, decides that she doesn't want to live this life with her parents. She is tight on money and needs a way to continue her education. So she finds a demon, and this demon only deals in hearts. So he takes her heart, and his deal is that he gets her heart for 2 years, and she basically works for him for these 2 years, and then at the end of the 2 years she gets her heart back. So while she's heartless, she's in like this little band of other heartless kids. She meets this guy, James, and then a couple other people that end up working for the same demon. This one was from my Owl Crate box. I was really excited about this one as well. Next up was also in my Owl Crate, and that is Sleepy Hollow and then some other stories by Washington Irvin. So I think this one has like 4 stories in it. So I thought this would be a perfect book to read around Halloween time. It's got a really, really pretty cover, and I'm just excited to read these spooky stories come October. Next up, I have Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I have been very, very excited for this book. I love Leigh Bardugo and I love Wonder Woman, so I think this is going to be a really awesome book. This was an Illumicrate exclusive with these really pretty red pages. So I'm really pumped to read this book. I have been waiting to get it. I almost pre-ordered it and I'm really glad I didn't because it did end up being in the Illumicrate box. Hoping to read it next up. I'll probably start it as soon as I finish this video. And the last book in my August haul is An Arc of Nyxia by Scott Reinken. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but this is a sci-fi book that the blurbs are comparing to Red Rising and Ender's Game, so I think it should be a fun read. This also came in the Illumicrate box, and I'm really excited to check this one out. I wish I knew like what it was about, but there's no description on this book. It's just all blurbs. So I'll have to check it out and let you guys know what I think. I believe it comes out September 21st if you guys are interested in reading this book. So anyway, that is it for my August book haul. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. I'll see you next time. Bye!